What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel. Now before we get into today's video, guys, we are 10 subs away. 10. We are 10 subs away from 200. We are so damn close to hitting 200 subs, guys. I know we can do it. I know we can do it. 200 subs before the summer comes to a close. We are getting so close. I know we can do it, guys. And because the moment we get to 200 subs, I'm opening up, this Korean Strike of Neos booster box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes to potentially pull this guy, Elemental Hero Air Neos, the so-called forbidden Yu-Gi-Oh card. Is it really forbidden? I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Now, if this channel gets to 500 subs, I'm opening up this Korean LOB booster box in its entirety on the channel that I also got from my partners over at Collector Store. Or actually, let me rephrase. This I got off of eBay. This I got from my partners at Collector Store. So be sure to check them out. Link and address will be in the description below. By checking them out, not only does it support them, it also supports the channel, and I would greatly appreciate it. On the hopes to potentially pull a Blue Eyes White Dragon, a Dark Magician, a Red Eyes Black Dragon, a Piece of Exodia, Pot of Greed. The possibilities are out there, guys. However, if this channel gets to 1,000 subs, I'm opening up this first edition Toon Chaos box in its entirety on the channel, on the hopes to potentially pull my second ever collector's rare, because it wouldn't be the first time that I pulled a collector's rare out of a side set like that, because I also pulled this. You guys see it. It is a collector's rare Beat Cop from the Underworld. It is absolutely beautiful. I was hoping for a Nightmare Phoenix, but you know what? I will take this instead. This is from Genesis Impact. So if you guys haven't seen that video yet, I recommend you guys check it out. It was absolutely wild. But I will be getting it graded at some point. Don't know when though, but it's gonna happen, you guys. So if you guys want to see, if you guys want to see these boxes get opened, maybe you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue. Maybe you guys want more episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh's Biggest Issue. Deck profiles, card discussions, WWE Top 3 videos, or maybe, just maybe, you guys want some premium live event predictions and results. Well, if you guys want all of that and more, my channel is the place to be. So if you guys have not done so already, be sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And I want you guys to post in the comments below answering the question of the day, which is this. I know that this isn't, I know that it's not related to this topic in particular, but I'm very curious of what archetype do you guys want to see finally get printed? As in what archetype that we have now, that we've only seen in the anime, if you will. What anime archetype, I guess, if you will, do you guys want to see finally get printed? Let me know down in the comments below. I'm very curious of what you guys have to say, because for me personally, I think it has to be Valent's armor cards. We haven't seen those get printed, so maybe in the next Battles of Legend, who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's a possibility. Who knows? But with that being said, guys, again, we are 10 subs away. Subscribe to the channel. Let's make it happen, because for today's video, we have some more new cards to talk about in the new set, Age of Overlord, including some brand new Shinobirds support, plus 4 additional new cards that I'll be talking about in today's video. I'm not going to waste any time. Let's get straight into the video, kicking these off with the new Shinobird support. There's only 3 cards, unfortunately. I don't know if we're planning to get any more support in the future. I'm not so sure. I'm not entirely sure, but we will find out over time. But Shinobirds, it's a bit of a gimmicky archetype because it's basically a ritual-based archetype, but still, it does have potential, but we still need more support. But there's a note on top here that says the cards today were revealed because the Shinobirds are based on the tale of Tanabata, which tells the weaver Orihime, the star Vega, if you will, and the cow herd Hikoboshi, the star Altair, who separated across the celestial river by the gods for basically being too into each other and forgetting their duties. And once a year, magpies will form a bridge across the Milky Way for the lovers to spend a brief moment of time with each other. So that's pretty cool. Tanabata is held on July 7th. That was actually this was actually posted not long ago, but this was a while back. Usually, however, some more traditional calendars hold it on August 7th. All right, it's a nice little astrological lesson for everybody. But first up we have Shinobird Shade Peacock, which is a 4-star wing beast with ritual spirit. Yeah, it's a spirit-based archetype. So the spirit monsters that were used in the DM anime they could definitely see some form of play in today's meta, which is possible, but only time will tell. But anyway, this card has 1,500 attack, 2,500 defense. Sorry, 2,000 defense. Sorry, 1,500 attack, 2,000 defense. And it says that you can ritual summon this card with Shinobird's Calling. And it says that the second effect is a once per turn, and it actually has 4 effects. The first effect reads, this card's name becomes Shinobird Peacock while in the hand or on the field. The second effect reads, if this card is ritual summoned, you can add 1 spell trap from your deck to your hand that has Spirit Monster in its text. The third effect reads, once per turn, during the standby phase of the next turn, after this card was banished, special summon this banished card. Fourth effect reads, once per turn during the end phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, return it to the hand. So this is a really good way to just regain card advantage over your opponent, and it's also spell trap rota. This basically lets you add what's that one? Was it Sevic's Blessing? I think the ruling is that you can actually add Sevic's Blessing because that card was used for the spirit monsters. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I take that back. Not Sevic's Blessing. What's that one? Spiritual Energy Settle Machine. I think it's the card. I think you can add that to your hand. I was thinking of something else, but still, that's not too bad. Plus it's also a compulse, so you can just compulse it back to your hand, and then when your turn comes again, you can activate Shinobird's Calling, summon this card back to your board, and you're able to just repeat the cycle over and over again. Then basically thin out the deck to see some of your other combo pieces to go into your rank 4 plays, which could be what, Dugaris, Abyss Dweller, and perhaps maybe Baguska, maybe? Because I know those 3 cards are still pretty viable in today's meta. Even after all these years, it's still pretty viable. So it's possible that you might see rank 4 plays with this archetype, which is pretty cool. Next up, we have Shinobird Shade Peacock, which is a 4-star winged beast ritual spirit with 2000 attack, 1500 defense, and it says that you can ritual summon this card with Shinobird's Calling. The second effect is a once per turn. The first effect says that this card also becomes Shinobird Peacock while on the field or in the hand. And the second effect reads, this card's... Oh, sorry. You can tribute this ritual summon... You can tribute this ritual summon card, add 1 spirit monster and a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. So this basically can let you add Shinobird's Calling plus Baroness Baroness Shade Peacock to your hand, activate Shinobird's Calling, and you're off to the races from there, which is pretty cool. So this is sort of like what not Manju, what pre-preparation of rice, maybe? Yeah, I think so. Sorry guys, I apologize if I'm drinking a lot of water. There's some shit that's caught in my throat and I can't seem to knock it down, but it happens every time. If you guys have seen my videos, you guys know what's up. But still, it's basically like preparation of rice. No, I think it's pre-prep. I think it is pre-prep, so that's actually pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's basically Rhoda, Spell Trap Rhoda, I guess, for this archetype. And then I think the third and fourth effects are the same. Once per turn during the standby phase of the next turn, after this card was banished, special summon this banished card. Once per turn during the end phase. Yep, yeah. So it's they're basically the same thing. The first effect is the first, third, and fourth effects are the same, but the second effect is different. So to recap, Baroness Peacock basically lets you add any one spirit monster spell trap from your deck to your hand. Baron Peacock lets you add both a spirit monster and a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. So in a way, it's kind of like Rhoda, Spell Trap Rhoda, if you will, kind of like a Stratos, if you will, which is pretty cool. And now the last card to talk about for this archetype, we have the Hemorrhogi, where the stars align. I don't know if I'm saying that one right, but it's the field spell for the archetype. And it has 2 separate effects. The first effect reads, once per turn, you can ritual summon 1 wind ritual monster from your deck by attributing spirit monsters and or Shinobird tokens you control whose total levels equal or exceed its level. So this is so with this card, you really don't need the ritual spells. You just need this card. That's all you that's all you need. Although for certain cards, yeah, you kind of do need the ritual spells, but still, that's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. The second effect reads, up to twice per turn. Excuse me. If a face-up wind monster you control returns to the hand, you can activate one of these effects. Add one of your spirit monsters or ritual spells that is banished or in your graveyard to your hand. Set 1 stars align across the Milky Way directly from your deck. That's actually pretty cool. Basically letting you set cards directly from your deck. It gives you more board presence, more of a board advantage over your opponent. So with an archetype like this, it would be what? Excuse me. What? It would be what? Access Code, Baguska, Dweller, perhaps? I mean, that could be one opening board. You could even also do what? IP, Baguska, Dweller, plus like 2 or 3 other monsters. And then when your opponent's turn comes, you can go IP effect, link IP plus the other 3 monsters into an Appaloosa. That basically gives you 4 negates right there. That basically gives you 4 negates plus 2, 3, 4, basically 4 disruptions in the form of Baguska and Dweller, because they both need 2 materials. That's basically 4 right there. So you basically have your board right there. So that's actually not bad. That's not bad. There's a note underneath that says a Himoroji is essentially a Shinto shrine in its most pared down form. The basis of a Shinto shrine, historically speaking, it's essentially marked off area, treated and purified to make it a space for the kami to inhabit. In essence, this is a place where the Shinobird Baron and Shinobird Baroness may descend upon the world to manifest due to ritual purification. It's a nice little lesson right there. That's pretty cool. Now we gotta talk about the four new cards that will be in Age of Overlord. The first one is a brand new Earthbound monster, and it's known as Earthbound Servant Geo Gremlina, which is a 6-star Dark Fiend fusion with 2,000 attack, 1,000 defense, and requires 1 Earthbound monster plus a Dark monster. So, again, the Earthbound Immortals have the potential to become extremely broken. Excuse me, which is possible, but only time will tell. And all 3 of its effects are once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is special summoned, you can add 1 Earthbound monster from your deck to your hand, except this card. So it's essentially a Rhoda. So it's essentially a Rhoda effect, which is pretty nuts. It's as I said, any monster card that has a Cyber Dragon, Stratos, Rhoda, or even a Spell Trap Rhoda effect, any of those 4, you know damn well that one card or perhaps that one archetype is going to be extremely broken. And this card might not be the exception. The second effect reads, you can target 1 Dark Synchro monster you control. It can attack directly this turn. It's basically a Crystal Beast Amethyst Cat, where you can bypass your opponent's board and attack directly for 2k, and attack directly for up to what, 2k, 3k? That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty fucking good. The third effect reads, if a monster your opponent controls is destroyed by an Earthbound card's effect, you can target 1 of those destroying monsters, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. That right there is actually pretty nuts. Being able to deal what double damage to your opponent. That's actually pretty nuts, especially if it helps you push for game. That right there is just broken on its own. I don't have to say anything else. Although I might have to do an update on my Earthbound Immortal deck and actually use those cards. I might have to try it out. But next up we have Card Scanner, which is a continuous spell, and it has 2 separate effects. The first effect reads, once per turn you can declare 1 card type, monster, spell, or trap. Each player reveals the bottom card of their deck, and if they reveal a card of the declared type, they add it to their hand, otherwise place it on top of the deck. The second effect reads, if this face-up card in its owner's spell trap zone is destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you can make your opponent place 1 card from their hand on the bottom of the deck. Oh my god, dude. That right there has the potential to become an extremely powerful card, because this basically enables players to ensure that they get to see their combo pieces right off the bat. So that right there has the potential to become an extremely powerful card. That right there is pretty cool. That right there is incredible. But next up, although actually, you know what? I will say this. I will say this. With that card scanner, again, it does have the potential to become a very powerful card, but it only depends on what deck you use it in. For the most part, it'll most likely be used in runic decks because of the fact that you can easily brick sometimes with runics. Card Scanner has the potential to ensure that you get into your combo pieces and you can just combo and you can just push for game. That right there is pretty nuts. Next up, we have UFO Light, which is an 8-star fire illusion with 1500 attack and defense, and the third effect is a once per turn. The first effect reads your opponent cannot target this card with card effects except during the battle phase. It basically protects itself. That's actually pretty nuts. That's pretty nuts. The second effect reads if this card battles a monster, neither can be destroyed by battle. Damn. Again, it's a protection. Depends on what happens. You could potentially actually limiter removal might be the new meta now. Who knows? I don't know. All I know is that this card it's not too bad, but it does have its drawbacks. But the third effect reads during the end phase, you can draw one card, then banish one or more cards from your hand. And if you do, this card gains 500 attack for each card banished by this effect. Okay, so definitely cards like Sight-Friendly Little Omega definitely has the potential to play a factor in a deck that plays this card, but for the most part, it's a pretty gimmicky card. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either, if you will. There's a note underneath that says while this card's name is force read as Euphorito, the kanji in its name means something like illusory, sun, lamp, or light. One way they could be read normally is Genjitsu Toi, a phrase that when written with the kanji, I don't read kanji unfortunately, means escapism or literally escape from reality. As such, it's also possible that the name UFO Light is meant to be a pun with euphoria. Alright, I mean, that's a pretty nice, it's a nice little lesson right there, so that's pretty cool. And now for the last card to talk about in today's video, we have Synchro Rumble, and this is in pertains to the new 5Ds archetype, to the new 5D support that we got in Duelist Nexus actually, and it's a normal spell that reads that you can only activate the card once per turn, and it has two separate effects. The first effect reads target one tuner or level 7 or 8 dragon synchro in your grave, special summon it in defense, and you cannot special summon monsters from the extract for the rest of the turn after this card resolves except synchros. If Crimson Dragon and or a level 7 or 8 Dragon Synchro you control will be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish the card from your grave instead. So this definitely has the makings to be a really good card because it's a monster. It's essentially a return of the Dragon Lords, but for synchros. Although I'm not so sure how the deck would be built. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. If you guys have any like deck ideas for the 5Ds deck where you can use all all of the signer dragons and whatnot, let me know down in the comments. I might have to try it out. But guys, that's it. That's pretty much it for today's video. These cards, absolutely wild. Not sure. I think Card Scanner might just be the one card that can help shape the meta a little bit, because it helps you, because it can help you see some of your combo pieces, if you will. But still, that's pretty cool. The Shinobird, the new Shinobirds, it has potential, but it does need a little more support. But with that being said, guys, that will do it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more card discussions in the future, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, and follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.